Hello everyone, in the last video on designing parking lots with vehicle tracking, we discussed how you can create a parking standard, a custom parking standard. And in this video I'm going to demonstrate how you can use this standard to draw your parking rows. All you need to do is to click on new row here, and here it asks about the standard. I choose the standard I made based on the last video. You would normally do the same and choose the standard that you made based on your own code, and then just click on proceed. But before we get out of this, if you don't want the software to ask you every time about the standard, every time you draw a new row, you just right click on the standard and set it as default. Alright, we click on proceed here, okay, and in this dialog box you need to make sure that the drawing unit and also the driving convention matches your own. If not, then just unclick this checkbox and change it as you wish. Alright, let's click on OK, and here in this dialog box it's where you kind of have full control on your parking rows. It could be if I click anywhere on the screen, as you can see, it starts drawing the row as you click, and it just follow you. And here it could be a parking row which just based on the left side. By clicking here you got just based on the left side, based on the direction you're drawing the row. This is the left side, and or it could be just a row with based on the right side, or for example both sides. All right, let me delete this and get back to the dialog box. All right, you can control the flow direction, vehicle class, bay angles, bay style, and zone name for each side. Here for the left side and here for the right side. For example, let's say it's an aisle, two-way aisle. Here I click to show you. You got two-way aisles on both sides, on left and also the right sides. I can change it to a one-way aisle on the left side, for example. If it's a one-way aisle, then you need to determine if the traffic follow the same direction. You draw the row. In this case it will be start to end. Here on the left side you see the same direction. Now I'm drawing the row, the traffic on the left side actually follows it, and if the traffic it's against the direction you draw the row, in this case it will be end to start. As you can see here on the left side, the traffic follow is against the direction I'm drawing the row. And based on your traffic, based on your standard, you may have several vehicle classes. I've got just this one here, and here you can change the bay angles. And for example, for left side, let's say it's 45 degrees here, and for the right side, let's say for example 75 degrees. There could be different, they're independent, as long as you haven't locked the angles. If you lock the angles, the same angle for the left side will be applied also for the right side, as you can see here. And in case it's an acute angle, you got two choices, and it's a contraflow where the direction of traffic is opposite the bay angle. You see here, this is the contraflow, 45 degrees contraflow, and if it's 45 degrees, you see here, you can see the difference. For bay style, it could be a standard. Normally you have two type of styles, standard and the one for people with disabilities. Normally you draw your rows based on the standard style, and then at the end you can edit some bays and assign them to the people with disabilities. Inside the parking lots, you can define several zones in case you want the routes to be reported separately by the software. In this case, you define a new zone, for example, zone 1, and click OK, close out of this, and here this row that I'm drawing will be classified as zone 1. All right, the same ones you got here on the right side, and if you want a footpath between the bays on the right side and the left side, you just give it a width here, for example 1.5 meters, and if I draw this row, you see this footpath between the bays on the left side and on the right side. All right, let's get back to the dialog box, see if anything is left here. If you don't want the software to place a island at the start or end of the row, for example this one here at the start of the row, here at the end of the row, or an island where you make a bend within the row, you just unclick these check boxes. You see here I won't have the start island. All right, let's see what is left. Here you can have your bays on right side and left side aligned with each other by clicking on this one, and you also have the V pattern here, the wishbone, and you can also draw rows that the aisles on both sides have access to, here like this one. This aisle on the left side have access to the bay, and also this aisle on the right side have access to the same bay. And you can also, if it's a acute angle, for example 45 degrees, you can ask the software to draw a line perpendicular to the end of the bay. Here I draw this row, and I mean this line here perpendicular to the end of the bay. All right, we're done with this dialog box, and I'm going to show you how you can also change some of these parameters on your drawing. For example, first let me draw a row. See, it's just as simple as drawing a polyline. Let's say it's the end of the row. Before you get at drawing this row, if you right click here, you again got the chance to determine if it's a row with bays on both sides or just on the, for example, right side or on the left side. Let's say it's a row with parking bays just on the right side. And you can also change the bay angles here by dragging this arrow like this one, and by dragging this arrow here you can also change it to for example a one-way aisle. And if you pick this arrow grab here, you can adjust it to for example a curve, and by picking this one you can make a new band around the middle, and you can also create parallel row here by clicking on this one. You got the same control on the bay angle and vehicle class and such we just discussed a couple of minutes ago. You select the row you want to create parallel rows from, and here just like this you can create parallel rows. Alright, it's done. In the next video we will talk about how you can edit some individual bays or rows. Thanks for watching. I hoping it was helpful. I say goodbye for now.